So let's make something additional for the selector to run. I'm just gonna copy these two, and I'm gonna share with you my favorite type of selector, because there's some things we need to implement. What happens when we're doing the when we are doing the transaction, this one doesn't work. We should be creating things like the tries. The try is going to try to get the things happening. It always comes with a catch. But in the case that you're canceling the option or you're not finishing the selection, it will just get the command get out, and that will be a good practice to have within the try. Mostly as well within the catch, you can have an exception and run it, but I will say that for now this is good enough. So let's say that we want to have a multiple element selection. I'm just going to copy the function and call it here multiple element selection. We want to have it as a list of element, right? Because we don't want to have just one single one running. We want to have multiple. So the thing we want to implement is we need to have a list element that says all selection, new list element, like that, and then we need to have here the all selection, and we should be just adding that particular element. We can just call it from here, and instead of having the variable declare first and then running the other one, I can just get rid of this one, and we can add it the all selection dot add so that it goes selected. So this is going to help us to have all selection. I think I misspelled it. It's all selection. Remember camel case. Yeah. But if we do it this way, it's going to request for us to happen picking multiple objects because we wanted to add them, and we're not picking multiple within a window, we're picking one by one. So for that to happen or to break, what we can do is going to add a flag. So let's have it here, boolean. A boolean is a type of variable that is just true or false. Call it as a flag, and the flag is going to be true. When the transaction starts, I want it to have while the flag is on, I mean not having anything out. It's going to do the selection. If the catch is failing, the flag is going to be false. Right? So we can run this message from here, but we wanted to show it on our specific with our specific functions. So let's have now instead of an element, list element, selected elements, and we can have here multiple element selection. You see that it's easier if you make really good names, because that way you can just change them and they will work fine. So this one has been selected and we want to see the results happening. So just remembering from analysis is going to have a series of names. What we can do from here is that instead of having a series of names, we can just change it to element. All elements. We can see that there's a problem here happening. That's because we don't have the Autodesk DB on our function. And the string is not longer using a string, it's using an element. So yeah, I'm just going to grade it again. We can call it s.category Yeah. Category.name plus having it separated plus s.id.toString. So it's grading for all the elements I found it, the objects. So this will be show elements in data. We just need to save all of them. You can see that the changes have already changed the type of things we're going to be looking at. And if we go to the main structure, then we can just have it from here, analysis, dot show elements data, selected elements. And this one as well, remember that we have it as a return completed. You can just get rid of the message, making it void. So if we build, it says that it's a failed. Yeah, analysis doesn't contain a definition because I just broke the message. We will create this one again, no problem. Build solution. Now we can go add in manager, main, add in structure, select one, select two, and I can keep selecting as much as I want it until I press escape. If I press escape, now I have a structural column 1, structural column 2, and that's the results it's showing me. So I'm connecting and I'm reading and I'm changing.